Hey crafty friends, it's Alyssa with Crafting to Cope, and I'm on today with a quick little tutorial on how to turn cupcake toppers into pieces of ephemera that you can use in your paper crafting projects. So these cute little cupcake toppers I buy in like the party section. So these ones are from Hobby Lobby, and I had shown them in a haul. And so I got the question of how do I get the stick out without ripping the ephemera that you want to use in your project. And so sometimes you can just get the stick out, but in this case, you wouldn't be able to get it out without kind of ripping it. And if you can rip it on just one side, that's fine because you're going to glue that side down. But sometimes, like you'll see here, if I were to pull it out, it would probably rip both sides. So what I'm going to do is show you a little bit how I get them out. And so I have two different ones. They're both kind of coated in plastic, and sometimes they're just paper. These ones are coated in plastic. So what I do is I take them out and I use a heat tool. So you can use like an embossing gun or even a hair dryer if you don't have like a heat tool. You can use just a hair dryer to do this, and it only takes a couple of seconds. It doesn't take long. So essentially what you're going to want to do is put a little heat source on here long enough where the glue just kind of starts to get warm, and you can pull the stick right out. And then you can also use the heat to kind of press down where the stick was. So you'll see I have these ones where I've ripped or I've taken out the stick, and you can kind of still see where the stick was. Some of them aren't as great as others. But you can use the heat tool, so I did on this one, to kind of flatten out where the stick was. So there's usually one side that's a little bit better than the other, and then that's the side you're going to use in your project. So if you don't mind the noise, my heat gun's not super loud compared to some of them, but I'm going to just kind of show you real quick how I get the sticks out. So I just put a little heat right here. Flip it over, do a little bit on the other side. And then you can kind of tell if it's ready, it just falls right out. And then while it's still warm, you can push down the area where you took the stick out and make it a little flatter. And so like this one's almost fixed. See, you can barely see the bump. So I'm going to give it a little more heat. And then I'm actually just going to take the stick and use it to roll, just to add that extra pressure. You can also just use your fingers so you don't get this mark like I just put on mine. But so this side is actually pretty good. It's almost perfect. So I got the sticks out, which are just like toothpicks, and now I have this perfect smiley face for my project. So we'll just do one more. I'll do this flower. So there you go. Now I have two little pieces of ephemera that I can use in my projects. And then, so I did a few more before I started the video. So that's all I do so I can use these cupcake toppers without rips in my ephemera. And it's super easy. So usually what I do is I'll just do them all at the same time and then put them in a little envelope and put them in my stash. So that's just a quick little tutorial on how to turn these fun little cupcake toppers into cute little ephemera for your projects. Thanks for stopping by. See you next time. Bye.